Hello everybody, it's Joe from Libby Games coming at you with another cool video, and today I'm back in Theme Park Studio, and Phase 8 has been released. If you haven't noticed already, this is part 2 of this roller coaster that we're making, and it might turn into a park later on, but I don't know. But for right now, I just have a roller coaster going. So when we left off, we made a lift hill, the first drop, first two elements, and we're ready to get back into it, and we haven't done anything with the supports yet, so we'll do that later. So let's go ahead and get started back into it. Alright, we already have two inversions right off the bat, so let's do a non-inversion element here. How about we do something like an overbanked turn? That sounds pretty good. So let's go ahead and create our curve here. And do this, I usually make the largest curve possible twice here. And then what we're going to do, exit out of that, and we're just going to edit this node and hold shift and pull it up. Just like that. And now we just need to bank it, so we're going to hold Control Alt and just twist it around. Alright, it's going to be not upside down because this is a non-upside down element, but it's going to have a more than 90-degree curve right there. Alright, let's see how this element works by testing our coaster. So my goal is to try and maybe get through the entire coaster and get the layout finished, if I can. Hurry up. Drive. Here we go. And we're on the first curve. Looking pretty good. Right into the lift hill. As we go right up it. And here's the pre-drop into the first drop, which is a drop turn straight into an Immelman inversion. Which I personally love this element. They do really well on B&M coasters. Straight into the big vertical loop. And now we're going to go into the overbank turn, which works pretty well too. Not too fast, not too slow. Alright. Now that we got a first non-element, let's add another non-element. And I think we're going to create just an airtime hill here. Because, I don't know about you, but I do like having a lot of airtime on my coasters in real life. So we'll create a couple there. And this is the best way to create a nice smooth hill, is to create a couple nodes, get rid of the middle ones, keep the middle one, and just raise it up by holding shift. And it makes the smoothest hill possible. I don't want it too tall because we want that pull you out of your seat moment. Alright, we got to be very careful here. We want to go upwards on this next part, otherwise we don't want to enter. I think it's tall enough anyways, we just don't want to get in the way of that station there. Alright, the next part we could do is maybe another inversion. Now that we have two elements that do not have an inversion, we can go ahead and go into our next inversion. So maybe a 0G roll, and I was thinking maybe even a Cobra roll. See what a Cobra roll would do for us. Looks like it would work pretty well. Alright, it's not in the way in the station, so that is good. And I think it's a pretty decent height right there, so. Alright, now we have 4 inversions. Cobra rolls are 2 inversions in one element, so I do enjoy Cobra rolls very much. Now let's get a little bit more of this lift interaction here. And let's go ahead and add, let's try and add a 0G roll. So I'm going to stretch this out to where the middle part is just over the lift. Right there. So we'll build that. And now we just raise this piece up by holding shift. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, we want to have it to where it twists all the way around, like that. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm enjoying that. This coaster's shaping up to be pretty awesome, it looks like. Really cool near-miss elements, and can't go wrong there. So, I'm going to go ahead and save the project real quick, because we made some pretty good progress already. And we'll definitely have to re-support this, because the default supports are very bad. Alright, so let's take a look at the inversion count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most B&Ms average from around 5 to 7 inversions, and we want to keep it pretty realistic here and smooth. So now that we've had a couple more inversions, let's go ahead and get a non-inversion element. So maybe another overring turn or another turn here to get us back this direction. So let's go ahead and create a turn here, and we want it pretty large. Kind of going through the other turn is kind of neat as well. So we got that. And let's raise it up. It's not going to be as tall as the other one, because we don't have as much momentum. That'll do it. And Control Alt to bend it around. Whoops, I think I moved the track a little bit there. Let's go ahead and undo that. Whoops. Alright. Not bad. And our coaster's looking pretty good right now. I like it so far. Alright, let's go ahead and test it. Those people, they're ready to ride this thing, but it's not complete yet. Definitely not complete. Alright, wait for it. Trains look so good in the game. The very realistic looking. They move on the tracks pretty well. I like the POV shots they have. And pay no attention to this beam that we're about to slam into. As we make our way up this lift hill. Look how massive this ride looks. It looks pretty amazing. Alright, back here. I still don't care for the catwalks that much. I mean, those steps are way too big to be realistic. They need smaller steps and more steps. The scaling on them's pretty off. Anyone could fall right through that catwalk. Like, just to be honest, that's my personal opinion. And here comes the pre-drop. Immelman into the vertical loop. Into the overbank turn. Into the airtime hill. Into the cobra roll. And 0G, almost a more of an oversized barrel roll. Alright, so that's that. Now, I want to create that block section here. So we're getting close to the end of the ride. Let's create 2 pieces here. Get rid of this middle node and raise this up just a little bit. And now we'll create a block section. About right there. Now let's do we can do a drop turn. Make it really small. Or a helix. Helix might be a little bit better. To gain a little bit of momentum slowly. Alright, let's go straight from here. And turn this around. Whoops. As we head back towards the station. Alright, I kind of want to put one more inversion, like a corkscrew or something in here. Alright, let's go ahead and go back here. We're going to lower this down. That way we have enough momentum coming in. Go there. And let's try the corkscrew. Alright, hopefully it should be able to make it through that. We need to start heading back towards the station properly. Alright, let's go to the node properties here and make this 61. Because that's the height of the station. Just like that. And the hardest part is lining it up. I don't really care for this that much. Lining this up can be a pain sometimes. Oops, that's not exactly what I wanted. Alright, stretch this out. Make this banked. And straight. Alright, let's shorten this up. And we have plenty of breaks here. If I click finish, looks pretty good. Alright, there we go. We've created the layout of the ride. I like it, and I'm thinking about creating something like maybe a little pond in this empty area right here. That'd be pretty cool, but we'll get into that later once we get into the little details. Now this is a pretty good B&M, I think, so let's go ahead and test it out. And it looks like it has 3 trains available for this ride, which is pretty awesome. If this will even work. Hopefully I have the block sections working correctly. Okay, the other one's going through. It's a little bit touchy on if they work, and that one's going to hit right through the other train, so I might have to adjust the block sections. Alright, that one's coming in. That one shouldn't leave that block section until this one goes in. That's the issue here. Because it's rolling right through. And it goes right through the station, too. Piece of crap. Oh my gosh, really? You're gonna do that? Obviously we have settings to change. On the brakes and stuff. Which we'll fix. Anyways, here we go. It shouldn't pass the front of this one. Because they're going right through each other. Here we go on the first drop. Through the Immelman. Through the vertical loop. The overbank turn. Airtime hill. Alright, we're gonna have to mess with the brake settings because they're not working out very well. Alright, we need to put the pressure on that a little bit so it slows it down a little more. Alright, that's a little bit jarring. We'll go right through this train up here because it didn't pull itself into the station for whatever reason. And it rolls right through the station. Alright, so we're obviously going to have to tweak the settings on the trains because they're not correct right now. But we'll do that in the next episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe for more theme park studio videos. And as always, have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Goodbye.